Welcome to another episode of Dread Captures. Today we'll showcase the best of wildlife caught on trail cameras. From elusive Bigfoot and Dogman sightings, to majestic bobcats and mountain lions, we bring you up close and personal with some of the most fascinating creatures in the wild. Join us on a journey as we explore the great outdoors. Now, let's get into the captures. As the video starts, you can see a doe and her fawn are at a watering hole. Man, that thing is young. Look how small the fawn is. Mom perks up and she senses something is nearby. As the attack starts, a bobcat crouched and hidden in the high grass sees his opportunity and strikes, narrowly missing the fawn as Mom steps in to stick up for her baby. Mom wasn't scared of that bobcat, she was ready to roll. The fawn did survive and headed off into the woods. Incredible capture here. A pretty funny video here. A bobcat can be seen marking his territory, then heading off deeper into the woods. A half hour or so later, the scent brings a coyote to the area, and he decides to mark right on top of the bobcat's marking. I guess they're playing a little game of who's the boss. Great capture here, and the owner has a nice little spot here to capture wildlife. This next video is incredible. It actually blows me away. Oftentimes in mating seasons, two bucks will spar with each other to attract a potential mate, and sometimes their antlers become positioned just right and they lock. I've shown cases of two bucks with their headgear interlocked before, and they have always had a happy ending. Well, this one is no different. Taking place in Kansas, a game warden has answered a call about the bucks being locked together. As he follows them deeper into the tree line, they stop at a stream. The officer is able to throw something over the two deer, and what he does next is incredible. Looks like something out of a movie. The warden draws his service pistol and snipes the antlers of the deer. Don't worry, he doesn't hit the deer. There wouldn't be a video if he did, I imagine. Instead, he shoots and is able to clip the deer's antlers and free them. Crazy. Of course, the shot scares both of the deer, so they jump. But if you look at the deer that leaves out of the right of your screen, you can see he's missing some antlers now. Hey, a small price to pay to keep on living. They'll grow back. This is pretty creepy footage. So the owner of the property, who says he's lived here for 15 years, he has never seen anything like this. A man named Robin Searcy only opens his gate when he needs to, closing it right back to keep his dogs from running through the neighborhood. He always shuts it. However, one morning he says an unexpected overnight visitor left it open. He awoke the next morning to see notifications on his phone that there was movement behind his house around 2 a.m. As he checks his camera, he was pretty startled. What he saw was a young girl coming onto his property in a nightgown. He had no idea what she could have been doing there. He thought his eyes might be playing tricks on him, but the next morning, he looked around and saw that his gate was left open. He zoomed in and looked at the footage every which way, but he didn't recognize her. He took the footage to some neighbors to see if they recognized the young girl, but no one did. They had never seen her before, and the direct neighbor to his right didn't catch her on his camera. Searcy thought he had a ghost on his hands. The fact that she's dressed that way makes me feel like something more sinister might be at play. Like she escaped from a kidnapper or something and is looking for help. I don't know. Searcy reached out to the local news station and they came out and did a special on it. Now, fast forward to about a week later. A woman shows up at the police station. Not a little girl, a woman. She came forward and said that the photo on the outdoor camera footage was her and that her car had broken down and she was looking for help. She didn't give any other details, but still a very surprising thing to wake up to. I'm sure Mr. Searcy feels a little better about this, but that's still a surprising thing to wake up to. This outdoor security cam shows a cat just cleaning itself in a bin. He's just relaxing, but the camera also catches something else creeping up on this cat. A bear comes into frame and takes a little sniff of the cat, and it looks like it lightly and gently caresses the cat's paw. Once the cat realizes this is a massive bear inches away, he bolts. It actually looks like it scares the bear more than the cat. The owner says the bear frequents this property, and that is one of the main reasons he got the outdoor camera. As we get toward the end of the clip, the cat returns the favor and runs the bear off. This is a wild one. Check this one out. The keen vision of raptors enables them to fly quickly and strike with incredible precision. Given this, and having observed this behavior several times, I began to wonder which of the finches was the main target of the hawk. The hawk no doubt left with something to eat, but did it have to switch its focus mid-strike when the finch on the left tried to escape? This happened so fast that it's possible the left finch is actually in the hawk's grasp. Furthermore, the owner of the feeder and camera setup claims that the hawk caught 2 of the 3 finches in a single swoop. Very impressive. Since all I have is the video, I can only confirm that this was a successful hunt. Hawks are known for their exceptional eyesight and can spot rabbits from a mile away. So adjusting mid-flight and grabbing the next bird or snatching up both birds in one go is definitely within the realm of their capabilities. Incredible footage here. Caught in the northeastern state of Maine, we see some white-tailed deer bound through the trees, and we quickly see why they're running. A pack of coyotes are on their heels. I love seeing this type of real-world action in the wilderness. I'm not going to rewind it to that part, but the doe that ran across the front of the screen had some blood in the white of her tail. Did anyone catch that? I wonder what happened there. Deer don't usually give birth this time of the year. But of course, one of the coyotes might have gotten her as well. Interestingly enough, another person commented and he thought that these were coy wolves, a coyote-wolf hybrid found throughout eastern North America. You can see them all the way from Canada and south to Virginia. Coy wolves have the common characteristics of the coyote and the wolf. Size-wise, they're bigger than a coyote but smaller than your common gray wolf. Let me know if you know anything about these coy wolves. From what I've read, they're far more aggressive. Nevertheless, great footage. Let me know if anyone has had any contact with coy wolves. I'd be interested to hear more about them. This picture hit social media and caused a minor frenzy in the southern United States. Trail camera footage from October 14th of 2022, taken in southern Louisiana, left a lot of people scratching their heads. In the picture, you can obviously see a big ball or a mound of hair, and honestly, it may be just that. Or it could be something else. Many people think this trail camera captured a Sasquatch running, or shying away, hiding its face from the camera. Others think it's a bear, or just photoshopped. Some online viewers had some funny things to say about it. It could be a potential Ewok, a tumble pig, the hair from the shower drain, and one guy even said he's pretty sure that's his mother-in-law. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think it could be. To me, the footage doesn't show any definitive evidence, but maybe someone can make something out of it. I'd be curious if you have an idea. Footage submitted from a Reddit user shows a black bear taking a break, having a sip of water, and then taking a little bath. It's a pretty big boy. If you haven't noticed already, check out the antler shed from a moose. That's pretty cool. This next clip is eerie, but also freaking awesome. Look at these two. I'm sure you all noticed, but this is the same camera at the same watering hole. You could even see the antler shed there in the middle of the screen. These cats are healthy. Look at them. And if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. You don't want to run into one of these cats unprepared, let alone two of them. They're just beautiful creatures too. This next footage shows a red fox starting his new year off right. I can tell by his face he's up to something. If you watch the dates and times at the bottom of the footage, you can see he shows up a few times on the 24th, maybe scouting out the area or there's a scent that has brought him in. Fast forward a few days and he visits on the 28th. Comes back a few hours later with a meal. If we stop the footage, we can see the legs of what appear to be a chicken. Now, the OP says that this camera is located on the outskirts of a big city. There aren't really any nearby houses or farms that would have chickens. That's the strange part. The only other thing I could think of would be that he snatched a young wild turkey. Let me know what you guys think. Do we think it's a chicken? Or could it be a turkey? Nevertheless, great camera footage. This is a funny posting which some viewers might have already seen. But the gentleman that placed this decoy has seen this deer do this more than once. Apparently the deer has some pent-up aggression he needs to get rid of. You can see he's lifted the decoy doe up above his head with his antlers. I mean, this buck is a big boy. I was curious. From the picture it looks like this decoy is a doe. I wonder why he would challenge her like this. Maybe he's just annoyed because he knows she's fake. I mean, look, he is staring directly into the camera. This trail camera snapped the picture at just the right time. In this picture, the hawk actually came from the left side, and the squirrel was able to spot him at the last moment and dodge him. My favorite part is seeing how the hawk spreads his wings and spins on a dime to try to double back to get the squirrel. Very impressive the way he's contorted his wings to slow down. Fun fact, hawks generally take their food from the ground, while the falcon primarily catches his prey in the air. I've seen a few falcons at work and that's amazing. Let me know if you have. They're very impressive if you've seen either. An incredible mid-air capture here. From what I can tell, a young buck appears to be annoyed about something this fox has done, or is about to do. The buck leaps at the fox and tries to clip him with his front hooves. It's not too often you see a deer be aggressive unless it really has to be, or there's kids at play. The picture is cut off, but it looks like there's a feeder in the background, so I thought this was about food. But I got to thinking, perhaps the fox is after maybe a smaller deer and the buck is trying to intervene. Nevertheless, the camera snapped a pic at the perfect time. Another incredible angle captured by a game camera. An adult bald eagle seems to be claws out on his way down at this juvenile bald eagle. Those talons are impressive. Food is the currency in the wild. It's like money to people. It can make animals do some crazy things. I wonder if these birds are family. A great live action shot here. We can see the duck in the foreground safely flies away. But unfortunately, it appears the bobcat made a meal of one of the others. And this last guy here, he hit the jackpot. Just funneling the feed right into his gullet. These hogs have voracious appetites.